My boyfriend of 6 years got married to a lady he met a year ago. And as a way of showing my appreciation, a way of telling him thank you for the years we've been together, I decided to make a feast for the departed. Yeah, I'm a 34 years old female. I'm a baker, and a couple of years ago, I was in a relationship with a man. Although he's no longer alive, but anyways, rest in peace. Now, for the sake of this story, let's call this man James. When James and I started initially, it was like friendship. I didn't know that we are gonna date. But over time, the likeness between me and James increased, and we came to a conclusion that we should go into a relationship. That's after he asked me to be his girlfriend. Now, part of the reason why I agreed to dating this man was because he has this simplicity that I couldn't place in any other man. Second of all, he had a fear of God. Like he had this fear of God. Not that he was a churchy type, but sometimes when you talk, you can understand that this man knows what he's doing when it comes to God. Like he prioritized God in his life. And also the fact that I was already heading towards my late 20s as at that time, I felt, okay, let me just go into a relationship that might lead to marriage. So long story short, James was the kind of man I wanted to settle down with. Now our relationship continues, and few months into it, I got pregnant. I told James that I was pregnant, and he tried to make me terminate it under the disguise of he's not ready to be a father yet. And that was gonna be the last time we're gonna do such a thing, although he feels bad, but he just found a way to convince me. I know one thing, that there's one thing I understand, yeah. Once a man starts to give you excuses, especially when it comes to pregnancy, he doesn't want it. And I don't think I would want to forcefully birth a child into this world and try to force it on someone, and at the end of the day I'll be left to raise a child alone. So long story short, I agreed to his proposal, let me put it like that, to his suggestion rather, and I terminated, although I felt really bad. But at the end of the day, I just had to do it. During that period, James and I stayed away from sexual activities because we're trying to prevent whatever, and we went into prayer and fasting, asked God for forgiveness, and we told ourselves that that would be the last time. But no, over the course of our relationship, I removed three more pregnancies for James, making it a total of four. And James and I we were together for 6 years. Now, here is how the whole thing got tricky. Now, exactly when our relationship was almost 6 years, one day out of the blue, James just sent me a breakup text message. Yes, he wasn't giving me any sign before that I was no longer interested in the relationship. In fact, a day before he broke up with me, I was at his place. We had good bedroom activities. We laughed, we played, like we did everything that boyfriend and girlfriend, do, right? Of which during the period of our dating, of these 6 years of our dating, I've asked him a couple of times, like, okay, we've been together for a while. Where is this leading? Are we gonna get married? No, I didn't ask him direct, but that question you ask a man so that you be sure of what you are doing. And every single time I asked James, James always gave me an assurance that I should not worry, that he's got my back, that we're together, that he's just trying to put one or two things in place. So he assured me. Now that was why I was surprised when I saw that breakup text. And I'm like, at first I thought somebody hacked his phone because it wasn't making sense to me. This is the same man that gave me assurance every single time that I asked him about marriage. This is the same man that told me that we're together, that when you've been together with someone for 6 years, you guys we go through a whole lot of challenges together, both physically, emotionally, spiritually. This is a man that I was there for him, support. I supported him with everything that I have, including my finance. Yes. So when I saw that message, at first I thought that his phone was hacked, but I got to find out that no, he wasn't hacked. Like I don't know how I'm going to put it. I almost lost my mental sanity because James, like that's what I was asking myself. James that I just had something to do with yesterday. What is going on? So out of like panic, I went to his place. Then I said, okay, when I saw him at his place, he was now giving me this nonchalant kind of attitude. I'm like, James, what is going on? Explain to me, like, what did they happen, Baba? Like, at the end of the day, James told me that he has been thinking for the past few months. He doesn't think that he can settle down with me because he just come to realize that we are not compatible. I say, you say what? We are not compatible after 6 years, after removing multiple pregnancies for you. Like make it make sense. Like these years, I've been asking you what we are doing. You always assured me that we're going to settle down together. But now all of a sudden, you think we are not compatible. I kind of like created the scene in his place. But after people came and intervened, out of shame and anger, I just went home. For the following months the months that followed after that breakup, I wasn't myself to the point that it affected my business. Remember I said I'm a baker, I bake cakes. It affected my business. But within the space of 7, 8, 9 months, I was able to get myself back. My friends intervened, my parents, a lot of people helped me. And bit by bit, I just came to the fact that, okay, man proposed, God disposed, and I tried to move on with my life. Now, tell me why a year after the breakup. There was this particular time I was going through status, one of my friends' status, and I saw her posted a wedding invitation. You know, when you're reading status, you were just going fast. But there was something that caught my eyes in that wedding invitation. The name I saw as the groom was the same name of my ex that broke up with me a year ago. So I had to go back to the status, and I saw it. Lo and behold, it was the name. And I chatted that my friend. And she said, yes, James is getting married. She thought that I knew. I said, I did not know that James is getting married. Who is he getting married to? So I started becoming inquisitive. Now, that pain that I thought has left me, everything now started coming back to me. And I started asking questions, who, where, why? So after all long talk, doing my investigation and everything, I got to find out that the person that James is getting married to was a lady he met a year before he broke up with me. I don't know if I'm making sense. I had to reach out to James. Like, I couldn't contain the anger. I reached out to James, and I was shouting and cussing at him on the phone, asking him different things. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? At the end of the day, James pleaded with me, told me that I should not be angry, that he just had to. He just had to because, he really, really loves that, this, that, but he didn't know how he was going to tell me. I was at his place when I went to his place to confront him. After he pleaded with me and everything, we had another bedroom activity. I don't know what led, I don't know. We just had bedroom activities. I guess it was the feeling that was still there. But we had it, but at the end of the day, he begged me and told me that he knows that he fucked up on this. I should not worry that he's going to compensate me. Okay, you know what? I should be the one to bake his wedding cake. Yes, as a way of compensation to me, I should bake his wedding cake. Although his fiance has already picked, but he want me to do another cake, maybe a cake separately for him and his fiancée, and he gave me almost times five of the money that I would charge a regular customer. So when I got home that day, guess what I did? I said I was going to do the cake. I pretended as if I was going to do the cake, as if I was happy, as if I've listened to his apology. I'm trying to rush this story so it does not have part two. So after I collected the money, I baked this cake, and I kind of like did something. I poisoned the cake. Remember, I said that cake is just for him and his woman. It's not the cake that they're gonna, share on the in the wedding reception. Long story short, on their wedding day, I came, I presented the cake to him. I acted as if everything, everything as I acted as if everything is bygone, bygone. I did everything I could. I, presented everything, and a couple of days after their wedding, an unfortunate incident happened. James and his wife passed. Yes. When I saw people talk about it, when I saw people posted about it, I know deep down that I was the one and I am the one responsible for it. And I don't feel guilty about it. Yes, I did what I did because how can a man assure me, James, assure me that we're going to be together, he's going to marry me after I've removed multiple pregnancies for him, only for him to turn around and tell me, we are no longer compatible. After he has made, like, see, you guys, you can tell me or call me whatever you want to call me, but I don't feel guilty. I know some of you be like, why did I do it to his wife? She's an innocent person. How is she innocent? Like, you met a man under a year, you married him. Why didn't you do your findings? She should have done her findings. And I'm pretty sure that she knew about me and James. She knew that I've been together with him for 6 years, right? Why didn't she ask James why he broke up with me? She just went there, everything that I wanted, everything that I envisioned, she just went, took it after I've suffered with him. You cannot come and sow from where you did not, you cannot come and reap from where you did not sow. How did they call it? So I did what I did. I poisoned his cake, and they are both with their ancestors right now as we speak. It's been months that this thing happened, and I still don't feel guilty about it. Although I've not told anyone, but I'm just telling you guys so that, before you think of hurting anyone emotionally, you think twice. James made me do what I did, and I don't feel bad. Call me whatever you want to call me. In his next life, he will learn not to waste a woman's time. On top of that, gave me empty promises and made me abort upon, like, do multiple abortions. Then he now wants to marry, spread, and tell me, oh, I'm sorry. Think he just no, 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 no. In his next life, he will learn not to waste a woman's time. I did what I did, and I don't feel guilty about it. This is not my story, but what do you think? For me, she went too far by unaliving James, especially the innocent wife. But then again, James said he went too far, like making her have multiple abortions, then breaking up with her. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one.